The final race of Season 5 of the Missed Apex iRacing F3 Championship. Round 6 at Spa-Francorchamps. It is the second top 20 reverse grid race. It will be Gregoire Gomez starting on reverse grid pole ahead of Adam Rosales. And Kyle Power going for the championship. Second place in the standings, 27 points back from Danny Henney, starts in third place. And it's Adrian Clark, Alex McBride, Stephen Taylor, Peter Shilcott, Richard Malden, John Langan, and Jose O'Donnell. Plenty of our silver contenders in there. Danny Henney starts from 19th on the grid. 12th will guarantee him the title as the red lights come on. Who will be champion in Season 5? We are about to find out as the lights go out now. Gomez leads the field away from pole position. He looks to cover off the position straight away, and he leads into La Source. Power's going to try and get second place straight away. He does so round the outside. He has got to follow Gomez and take the victory for any chance of the title. Just looking through the back of the field, I think Danny Henney has gotten away cleanly. Power side by side though with Adam Rosales, and he gets through before Eau Rouge. Got to go with Gomez and go for the lead now as Power.
And he indeed has got through it cleanly. He's in 19th place under a lot of pressure from behind though from Harrison. So he's not out of the woods just yet as there's 4 wide coming down the straight.
Absolutely, Power crucially able to hang on to that second place. The toe there from Gomez keeping him ahead of Rosales as well. Those two surely now going to go for broke and fight for the lead. As we see Henney caught right up in the pack there in 16th place there, coming through Malmedy, and they are right together. He's there with Spanners, he's there with Harrison, he's there with Luke Power as well. Down the inside of Rivage on Matt Cook. Got to keep it careful though, has Henney. This is the championship he is driving for. Right now he is not in a championship winning position. And up at the front of the field, oh, there was contact there behind Henney. A couple of cars in the barriers, but thankfully Henney was able to get through unscathed. And as he makes his way through, he is putting himself now into that championship position. Power needs to win this race. 12th will guarantee Henney the title. He is currently 15th. Oh, a spin there, right in front of Henney. That could have been disastrous for him. Didn't quite make out who that was. Nearly collected Harrison as well. And now Henney's got to contend with Luke Power and Spanners right up in there as well. Spanners has been really punchy tonight, and he is not afraid to get involved with the championship leader.
I have no idea how Henney avoided that. I just watched the replay and he scraped it by the skin of his nose. No damage at all. He can still go firing through, Chris.
Certainly can. He is, well, we're on board with Spanners now, looking at the back of Luke Power down towards the bus stop. He's going to try and go the long way around. Can he get it stopped? Not quite. Power able to get through and hold the position there, but side by side on the exit of the corner as well. These two putting on a good scrap, but it is letting Henney get away. So at the end of that first lap, Henney is cross line in 14th place. And I believe that will be enough to guarantee him the title. If Power cannot get past Gregoire Gomez, who, by the way, those two are absolutely leaving the field clear. Now, here's Power. Now, remember what he did in the feature race against Philpott. He refused to make the move, and it looks like he's doing the same thing again, Chris.
Absolutely a tried and trusted technique there from Kyle Power. He's going to make the move at the end. I don't know how he feels about being Gomez in front of him though, because they have been through a fair share of incidences. Gomez goes wide on the exit, kicking up the dust, but he's going to have to give him a bit of a wider berth than Philpott, because I think he's a bit more unpredictable, should we say.
So 23 points Power is making up at the moment. That is not enough. He would lose the championship by 4. He has to get past Gomez, and Henney can consolidate his position of 14th. If he could try and get through, that would consolidate his position in the championship. But he's got Harrison in front of him and Raskowitz, some very quick cars.
Yeah, Harrison, Raskowitz and Philpott, they are not going to be easy to pass at all, but they'll be wanting to make their own progress through the field. Any of them just making light contact or having any incidents will definitely promote him up, so it's looking like advantage Henney at the moment.
Henney coming through Stavolo, closes up to the back of Harrison's car. He doesn't need to take too many risks, but he's going to be fully aware that Power could well take the lead of the race at some point. So he's got to make these moves. He'll want to be in that comfort zone of 12th place. As we see a gaggle of cars in front of Henney here. look at this lot flying through Bonchemont. Brad Philpott right in the middle of that as well in 10th place, as he's made up great progress in that car. And look at them filing through the bus stop. It's going to be neat and tidy, is it? Just about. Oh dear, Jose O'Donnell. Jose O'Donnell there. That is the championship leader in silver, trying to make his way through with McBride up in 4th. That will put him at the front of the silver standings. O'Donnell needs to try and get a crack on here.
He does. I'll try and do some quick maths, but as you say, he's got to finish ahead, so he is currently down in 15th place. He's just been overtaken by Luca Harrison, and with spanners ready breathing down his neck as well. It's not looking good for him. Yeah, McBride up to 3rd place now, Chris.
And Henny in 12th. Henny is up into 12th place. That is the safety margin he needs. He's going for a move on Lucas Roskowitz for 11th as well. He is consolidating that position with power, yet to make his move on Gregoire Gomez. Not running as close as he was to the back of Philpott in the feature race, but still we're only on lap 3 of 10. But here is Henny through into 11th place. That is enough to give him the championship.
You're right, Chris. Kyle must have made a mistake, because he is now more than 8 tenths behind Gomez, and that is, as we were saying in race 1, just out of that sweet spot for the slipstream. So if he ducks any further back, Chris, he's going to start losing pace and not being able to keep up to make that move on the final lap.
Well, keep an eye on the incident points as well. Could be a twist in the tail yet. Gomez has already taken 6 of them. He's used half of his allocation before you get a stop and go penalty. We're only on lap 3 of 8. So Gomez got to make sure he keeps it neat and tidy. Power on 3, Henny only on 1. So we'll continue to monitor that over the course of this final race. But as it stands, Danny Henny would be the champion for the 3rd consecutive season. You see Ward there and Shilcock going toe-to-toe just in front of Henny, heading towards Blanchimont. Ward with the inside, he picks up a place there and goes into 8th place. Ward, who was fighting for the gold championship, now just fighting for as good a position as he can get. If he can surpass, and Danny Henny, oh my God, another incredibly close call for Danny Henny, as Ward got out of shape right in front of him, and then nearly got rear-ended as well. How many close calls has Danny Henny had? But in the meantime, he's making up place after place after place. He's into 8th.
He is, and that might have been a little bit of karmic justice if Colin Ward had doled out some retribution there for race 2 as he took out Kyle Power. So Henny was very lucky once again to get there, but he is under massive pressure. He's got a gaggle of cars breathing down his neck now, Chris.
Yep, and the first one in the queue is John Langan, and they're not afraid to race the championship leader. Langan's going for it around the outside. Look at the speed he's able to carry with that slipstream. Worth 10 kilometres an hour, don't forget, but it's not enough. I don't think Henny's good under brakes. Langan's trying to brave it out. How aggressive is Henny going to be with this? Not too aggressive, because he doesn't need to be. That was silky smooth from the championship leader. Luke Power now trying to find a way through on Langan as well. Plenty of tyre smoke being kicked up from the locked front tyres into Rivage, and Henny now looking to just secure that spot pull away from Langan and move on to the places in front of him. But 8th place, that is more than enough for Henny. All he's got to do now is keep it clean, get it to the end of the race, and make sure that he brings home the 3rd consecutive title. Lap 4 of 8 in this reverse grid race, the championship finale of season 5 of the Missed Apex iRacing F3 Cup. If you're just joining us, Kyle Power brought the deficit to 0 points with the victory in the feature race. It was opened up again to 27 after he had an incident at the start of race 2. He is trying to close it back up again. He's 2nd at the moment, but Henny in that 8th place at the moment, despite the pressure he's coming under from John Langan here, will win him the title. Langan to the outside, so Henny's still having to get his elbows out, and an opportunistic move there from Luke Power to try and get up the inside. We can just hear on the right hand side, what a move from Luke Power.
And muscled his way through. I think he boxed him out, John Langan, there to the outside, and just managed to lunge it down the inside. He looked like he's under pressure to lose yet more places to Luca Harrison here.
Yep, Luke Harrison, the winner of race 2, the first of the reverse grid races. He's coming back up from 20th on the grid. He's currently 11th, looking at the back of Langen and trying to break away into the top 10. At the back of this train of cars, so very little to lose. And now look at this, trying to make a double move. He's already made a double move once tonight. He's going to try and pull one on Langen and Power now. He's got Power. Is he going to be able to get Langen there as well? Oh, he's having to go around the outside there, but he has the high ground, and he does make it stick. So 2 places gained there for Harrison.
Langen was so busy watching his mirrors there, I think he missed his braking point slightly, looked up and just saw the championship leader just in front of him. I was so pleased that he didn't just clatter the back of him and entering into the braking point.
Could have been very close, and it could have been absolute disaster for him, but managed to hold it together, and Luke Power moving to fight another day as well, despite losing that place there. Henny, we see now already on the back of Adrian Clark as they go through the Fanier chicane. This will be for 7th place. There's another gaggle of cars here in front of him. That is Clark, Molden, and then Rosales. That get him into the top 5. Philpott, meanwhile, got up to 4th place. He's closing down Alex McBride for a spot on the podium. McBride waiting in to be crowned silver champion as well, remember.
Absolutely, and speaking of championships, obviously we have Spanners, who in 13th place now has already been crowned the champion of the gold class, but all evening he's been nose to tail with Lucas Raskovitz. Raskovitz just made a move around the outside to overtake him, and they are having a great little battle here. This has been a fantastic... Who was that off on the inside, Chris? That looked like...
I was doing some maths, sorry, I didn't see it.
I think that was... I'm not sure, I can't see anybody who's actually dropped out. So
I believe it was Colton Myers, because his name has been tumbling down my timing screen. So it may well have been Myers. That, of course, crucial for the Silver Championship. So, oh, now look at this. Henny under pressure here in 7th place because Harrison's joined the party. He was trying to make a move on Clark. Harrison in the middle there. Now, Harrison doesn't really care what happens in the overall championship, and Henny wanted to give him a little bit of extra space there. So Harrison up to 6th. Henny, with that move on Clark, maintains position in 7th.
He's certainly not having an easy time of it, is he, Chris? He's dicing in, just trying desperately to keep himself clean towards the end of the race. He's got 2 more laps to go and see if he can hold these positions and, I say, not take up any damage, most importantly.
Yeah, he's got to keep his car clean. At the moment, he would be scoring 32 points for his 7th place finish. That would put him on 6.23. Power provisionally on 6.09 with this 2nd place finish provisional. 1.2 seconds now behind Gomez, and that gap seems to be extending. Gomez, though, as frighteningly fast as he's been on the racket edge all week. So let's just keep an eye and see if Gomez can keep it on the track. He has had a few incidents in the practice races, although everything going his way at the moment. Power, patience has often been his virtue, and it's worked out for him so far this season. But it looks like he's not able to play that same game that he played in the feature race, where he could just sit behind Philpott and then choose his moment to pounce.
One driver who's not being as patient is Luke Power, back in 9th place. Just put a move on John Langen, fantastic, up the inside of Blanchimont, and then had a look at Adrian Clark into the following chicane. So he is making some very swift moves here up into the points, see if he can try and catch up with Danny and challenge him.
Doing a cracking job as Luke Power in 9th place there, trying to make it 8th. Remember, he was battling with Danny Henny at one point, who's still in that 7th place spot. We see a Harrison in 6th now, making a move on Molden down the Kemmel straight. Power in the back of shot as well, making his move on Clark, but it's Harrison to the outside in 6th place. It is now 5th place as they break for Lecombe. Puts a car between him and Henny. Just a bit of extra protection there from the championship leader, but Henny only going to be making moves he absolutely has to make at this point, because every time he tries to go wheel to wheel with the car, it is an opportunity for things to go awry. We're on the penultimate lap of the race, the penultimate lap of Season 5 of the Missed Apex iRacing F3 Cup. Kyle Power looks to come home in second place in this race and second place in the championship, unless he can do anything to dispatch of Gregoire Gomez in the lead and then keep his fingers crossed that his title rival Danny Henny runs into some sort of problem, because at the moment 7th place is more than enough for Henny to bring home a 3rd consecutive championship.
Am I too late to press the safety car button? Is that opportunity gone now?
Too much controversy there, don't worry about it. On board with Henny now in the wheel tracks of Richard Molden. There, the lime green car in front of him in 6th place. Heading up towards the bus stop chicane as I look to the inside, but thinks better of it. Actually, Molden goes very, very deep into the chicane and makes Henny's life even easier than it needs to be to try and latch onto the back of that car. The final lap of the race has started. Gregoire Gomez leads by 1.4 seconds over Kyle Power. We are watching the battle for 6th because it involves the championship leader, Danny Henny. And I dare say he may well even just cruise home for this one and not even bother trying to pass Molden, because he's got the points he needs, unless it's going to be absolutely easy for him down the straight here. Yep, he pulls out to the outside, doesn't need to make this move, but he's going to because he can. And down the outside, Molden won't fight him too hard, already tucking back behind him, so that's Henny up into 6th place.
Oh no, it's not, Chris. He slid himself back up the inside.
Well, that was unexpected.
Yeah, so he tucked back into the slipstream, got himself that little bit of extra drag and just chucked it up the inside, and Danny saw it coming, luckily, and decided better than to fight that one. As you said, Chris, he's got to protect this at all costs.
Well, he definitely won't try into the bus stop chicane now, really, knowing that Molden's pretty feisty. I think Molden taking advantage of a cautious Henny there. Only a few corners to go now. Gregoire Gomez comes out of curve Paul Frere. That gap at the front of the field is growing. It's up to 1.9 seconds now. He's been absolutely impervious from reverse grid pole in this race. Had the early challenge from Power, who was desperately trying to go for the title in this one. Has resisted that pressure and has driven absolutely beautifully. So through the bus stop chicane, Gregoire Gomez, he took his first victory last time out in Barcelona, and he's going to take his second victory in the final race of the Missed Apex iRacing F3 Cup. Season 5, the final race goes to Gregoire Gomez. Kyle Power, what a championship battle that he has put on. Alex McBride will come home in 3rd place to secure the Silver Drivers' Championship as well. Phil Pott in 4th place, Luke Harrison in 5th, Molden 6th, but there, the checkered flag for Danny Henny, our Season 5 champion. And Henny and Power running line astern on this cool-down lap. What a battle those two have put on this season. It has been an absolute joy to watch. But Danny Henny is a 3-time Missed Apex esports champion. It was the Formula Renault Challenge, it was the first season of the F3 Cup, and it is the second season of the F3 Cup as well. There are our top 2 in the championship, running side by side as they have done throughout the entire season. And all I can say to them both is thank you for putting on this show.
And we're hopefully joined by both of them now. Danny, the champ, how does it feel?
I'm not going to lie, it feels good. I let out a bit of a scream as I crossed the line. But yeah, really good. Been pushed really hard this season. A little bit of bad luck, but Kyle's been absolutely incredible. And I know he says his mum's watching, so I just wanted to say your son's not only a great racer, he's probably the nicest person I know, so you should be very proud of him. And yeah, he's pushed me hard. Great competitor, great friend, and yeah, really enjoyed it.
It's been fantastic racing from both of you this season. A highlight particularly today was just some of the cracking moves, and in that race 3 you had to really keep it clean. It wasn't an easy run for you.
No, my heart was in my mouth quite a few times. I think I hit Colin when he spun in front of me. I was dreading that the front wing was broke. Everybody I come up with, I was hoping that, it weren't going to be too tough. And yeah, I just wanted to stay out of the way. Once I got to 12th, that was me done. And just try and pick off 1 or 2 if I could. And then Malden gave me an heart attack on the last lap as well. So I stayed well clear of that as well. But yeah, it's been a stressful season. And especially today. There's been a lot of vape juice gone, put it that way.
Well, congratulations on your championship. And Kyle, as he said, you did run him really close this season. How does it feel to come in second? You put in an excellent performance today. Tried to run him right to the end.
Yeah, and I'd just like to thank Danny for his very kind words. And first off, huge congratulations to Danny. Really happy for him and made up. Realistically, I didn't think I'd be able to have a shot. And then race 1 happened and it was looking really good, and unfortunately the incident at the start of race 2 ended the championship hopes pretty much. It's a shame it had to end that way. It was going to be a good battle, but it is what it is. Frustrating, but yeah, these things happen. So just massive congratulations to Danny. He's a mega competitor, and as he says, he's had some really bad luck this year, and it's been a bit of an topsy-turvy year for him. So to be able to get as close to him and run him so close to a great driver like that makes me feel very, very proud. And yeah, I fought really hard, but I didn't fight as hard as my mother is fighting at the moment. I know she's watching back home, and Gary as well, and my brother and all his family watching, all and everything. So a big shout out to them, and dedicate these performances to them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, boys. It's great to see the Venom Works team coming home 1-2 and leading the pack home. Fantastic season. Thank you so much for all the memories.
Awesome. Thank you for a great broadcast. And well done to all the competitors in this series. It's absolutely brilliant. Everyone, from first to last, just amazing. Hopefully we put on a good show for some of the listeners, and yeah, that's it.
Well, there you have it. That is season 5 of the Missed Apex iRacing F3 Cup, and leading the pack home, Kyle and Danny. Look at that colourful, beautiful, brilliant field. It's such a great pack of drivers that we have with us in this championship, isn't it, Chris?
It is, and it's just lovely to see Maverick and his wingman driving us home in formation flying.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Power may have come home second, but he can be so proud of what he's managed to do in this season. Oh, it looks like we're going to get some donuts here from these guys. Oh, nearly collecting the field, but some ones from Kyle there. Now we're going to get some donuts from Danny. Great to see. Absolutely brilliant to see. I believe Luke Harrison there did manage to bring it home 3rd in the championship as well. So gold champion from last season, 3rd overall this season. Surely it won't be long before he's challenging Danny Henney for the championship on a more consistent basis.